Hi. Hi. There's more enemies here this time than there was last time. I'm certain of it. Well, I'm gonna get wrecked by all these guys again. I don't know what the game expects me to do here, dude. This is insane. I just have to be aggressive, don't I? Too far away. She's dead, which is a huge amount of my DPS here. 2 hit points. Really want some AoE on him. I mean, I do have the slice ability, but it's like really short AoE. What's up, Biff Tech? Going somewhere. Five. This game is just, it's very deflating, that's all. It's very deflating. It has a very, very poor design to it that makes it very hard to enjoy the game. I mean, we're fine, but it's just a process, you know? So, like, I'm enjoying your company, but I'm not enjoying this game. 2 misses? Freaking hell, dude. Yeah, that's just the kind of nice person I am. You know, I play these garbage tier games so you don't have to. Wow, rating bonus 112? Whoa. Well, that was good bonus experience at the very least. Alright, I just threw away a bunch of those. I think so too. I think so too, Finn. I think this is the perfect opportunity to bring this franchise back. There are rumors circulating that they might be, but I mean, maybe they just don't care about Breath of Fire, which is fine. I think it's because I had a lot of enemies on screen. It's like a bonus for that. It's like, hey, good job. You got through this bullshit encounter. Oh, here's the part where we go from the top of this tower to a cave randomly. Yeah, love it. So we're in a tower, okay? Untouched by anything except for the ground. We've climbed the tower, and now we're gonna walk magically into a cave that will lead to the rest of the game's map. Oh, too good. They did 6, so they probably don't care. Well, the thing is that 5 flopped tremendously. So 6 was kind of, well, clearly the West doesn't care about Breath of Fire anymore, so let's just make a mobile game and you know, kill the franchise, essentially. That was why the mobile game happened. The Plasma Miser actually might be good for this area coming in that we're going to, because it's electric and all these enemies are supposed to be ice elemental. The worst part about it, by the way, is you go into this ice cave and ice isn't even ice elemental in this game. It's water elemental. So they're not weak against fire, they're weak against lightning. There's just no conveyance whatsoever, man. It's just a freaking, it's a piss in the wind is what it is. They're literally just going full throttle right in the wind, and it's just all blowing back right on them. Oh man. Dragon Mark for Death, I played it. Actually, I played it multiplayer, and it was incredibly shallow. Basically, it was one big, like, the gameplay was pretty cool, the setup was pretty cool, but the entire game design was do a bunch of mini quests. That was it. It was like mission, do mission, go to the level, and it's just like, it's like Crisis Core, where you take a mission and you get transported to the area and you just do the mission there in the generic rehashed map over and 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 over again. The boss design and enemy design was pretty cool though. Like it felt kind of, you know, like more mechanical. If you made a mistake, it was your fault kind of thing. But at times it also felt like you just needed to just like sit there and take damage and burn through an enemy's HP pool, you know? So it was kind of like this weird hit and miss sort of thing. But overall, I would say it's kind of meh, but worth kind of sort of checking out. 15 to $20 is what it should be, because it feels more like an indie game. If it's not $15 to $20 like brand new, then what? We are now in an ice cave at the top of the building. We went to the top floor of the building, but now we're somehow in a cave. We just went there. But I mean, yeah, like it was not a terrible experience. It was okay. It just, like I said, it's very shallow with its design. Maybe it's refrigeration, yes. Maybe these paths that lead literally to the end of the game are just one big dimensional freezer. That must be it. I don't think I equipped the ability I want on that, so. Oh, that's good. I'm glad my damage is substantially lower than I expected it to be. Okay. Tremendously lower than I expected it to be. I should just do trap spam like I was doing before. I guess these guys aren't ice elemental then? Oh, I don't have the... Do I think this game is almost over? I think at the point where I was forced to select Game Over Plus, it's my opinion that I was already near the end of the game at that point. If I had managed to get through that and maybe a couple more points, that I would have been able to just beat it in like 5 hours. That's my prediction. That the game was already almost over before I had to new game or Game Over Plus it. My breakfast has just been sitting here. 1 second, let me take a drink. What? Why can't I combo that? Weird. Won't let me combo it. It literally had 1 HP. It literally had 1 HP. Lovely. Oh, I forgot to equip abilities on this sword. That's why. I forgot about how you... Dude, it's so dumb. The ability equipping system in this game is not interesting. Just let me have my dang abilities, man. Well, immune to frost. Confirmed that they are frost. So... Why aren't they taking extra damage from lightning? This video game. Take it easy, Darian. We will catch you later, man. You know, it's such a shame too because I think this combat system is really good, but it just needs balancing. Like if they balanced it out, there's a lot of value here. There's a lot of value here. I think also they need to take away the skills on weapons and just make it so you have skill slots. The end. And all weapons can access all skill slots that you've unlocked based on your level. And that way, equipping weapons and armor in combat actually has a little bit like more significance, because right now, because I forgot to set up my skill set up on my weapon, I'm just like sitting here slicing on the hero, so I got no other choice. Circle stage. What's that? Oh, it's an AoE, but it doesn't matter because I don't have a weapon that actually has a free level 3 slot. This one doesn't. Wait, these ones don't even have a level 3 slot at all. Ugh. Ugh. A vegan sued Burger King over the Impossible Burger not being vegan. Isn't it only supposed to be vegetarian? I mean, did they just go, listen here, idiot, you don't have a case because it's not supposed to be vegan? And then voila, the end. I'm going to die, smile. I mean, it's one person, dude. It's one person. There's plenty of people, you know, when one person does something really stupid, that doesn't mean society is dumb. We have a pretty smart society. It's someone just trying to take advantage of, you know, it's just someone trying to take advantage of being able to sue and see if they can get away with it. Just wanting money is greed. That's all it is. Well, of course it's gonna have traces of beef because it's made in a freaking fast food restaurant. Those run by a bunch of idiot teenagers. You think they're gonna keep it completely meat free? If you're going to a fast food place to sate your vegetarian appetite and diet, you're an idiot. Plain and simple. Especially considering there's two main reasons to be a vegetarian. Health reason, which you're going to a fast food place, LOL. And then there's moral reason, because beef farming is very detrimental to nature. So if either of those two are your two reasons, or your reasons for being a vegetarian, going to Burger King to get a vegetarian burger is completely against both of those. So I mean, again. No, people are not dumb, guys. Come on. People are pretty damn smart. People are pretty amazing. Just one person being an idiot does not disqualify all the other amazing people out there doing awesome, amazing things. Not dead? Huh. Alright. What's the worst for you for your menu item at Wendy's? I mean, I usually don't get things that I think are shitty, so I usually, like, if I go to a fast food place, I usually try to get chicken burgers of some kind, and fries and chicken strips or something. Yeah, it's just the loud vocal minority, exactly. It's just the loud vocal minority. You get one person that tries to sue Burger King, and then all of a sudden everybody's dumb. That's not how it is. People are pretty amazing. People are pretty fantastic. 90% of people are pretty legit. Well, maybe not, but I mean, most people are pretty legit. No, you're fantastic. No, you're breathtaking. What makes this your second favorite Final Fantasy? Hallow Feed. Why is this your, or not Final Fantasy, Breath of Fire? Why is this your second favorite Breath of Fire? I need to know. Cute chat. Yeah. You don't like 1 and 2 because data mechanics? Are you younger? You're a younger person? I feel like you're younger if you don't like the older mechanics because you didn't grow up with it. Hey Anubis, what's up, dude? The environments and the dragons. Those aren't really reasons. I mean, what about the environments are interesting though? That's something I've chastised, not chastised maybe, but like I've spoke against greatly. So I'm curious, what about the environments make it good to you? Because I mean, to me, I'm just going through the big, uninteresting tunnel over and over again. And then FF13. Oh, right. Okay. I guess they're immune to frost. That makes sense. You're not a grinding fan, but you don't need to grind in Breath of Fire 1 or 2 at all. Well, I mean, just don't spoil the game at all, even if I have played it. Even if I have played Breath of Fire 3, don't spoil it, because there are other people on the channel that may have not played it, you know? I got through both Breath of Fire 1 and 2 without ever grinding multiple times. I never had any issue with that. Really? 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 Cool. No, I love this. This is my favorite. I mean, you're gonna be more prone to grinding, but back in the SNES era, grinding was kind of not an issue anymore. You didn't really need to grind anymore. Like, most games by the SNES era had cleaned that kind of design up. It was most of the NES that really required that grinding. Breath of Fire 2 encounter rate is pretty abysmal. To that, I will agree with. Yes, that is definitely a fair complaint. There are a lot more of these frog bats than I thought there were. Observe. You're doing that thing again where you think because you're super good at games everyone else is too? Oh, I mean, no, it's not that. I mean, I'm not super good at games, dude. But, like, all I'm saying is that most people didn't need to grind in those older Breath of Fires. If someone had to, that's fine. Like, they were definitely much more tightly tuned balance-wise. But like I wasn't trying to speak from my own perspective, even though I did use myself as an example. That was a mistake. You're right. I just meant that, like, all my friends, none of us sat there and felt like we needed to grind, you know? Most people I've spoken to didn't feel like they needed to grind on Breath of Fire 1 or 2, but it's definitely a much more tightly balanced, yes. And actually, you know what, you're right though, because in the SNES era, especially the early SNES era, there's this like weird transition between like the forced grinding they do in the NES and like the realization in later NES when they realize, hey, wait, we don't need to make this super tight, stupid balance to force players to get extra content out of grinding, because the carts are big enough to make expansive worlds. We can just create content now instead of just making it huge steps up that require grinding. And so like early games like Breath of Fire 1 are much more guilty of it. You notice it in Final Fantasy IV as well. Final Fantasy IV is very, very tightly tuned. And it can kind of give the impression that maybe grinding or leveling up a little bit is going to be necessary to advance. You don't need to. A lot of people do though. But you notice it later, and when FF6 comes out, that it's like, oh hey, this is just perfectly fine. Just sail on right through, and it's like there's some challenge, but not too much to make it so you have to grind just to advance. And then the same goes with Breath of Fire 2 and 1. Very similar in that regard. I've played Skies of Arcadia. In fact, the GameCube version of Skies of Arcadia has a reduced encounter rate because it was so absurd on the Dreamcast. But if you want a real high encounter rate, Hollow Feed, that's not the game you play. The game you play for an absurdly high counter rate is Beyond the Beyond on the PlayStation. That's the game right there. The game visuals are not very good. Yes, that's because the environments are incredibly bland and boring. You just have repeated generic tunnels over and over and over again. It's very, very boring visually. The actual graphical aesthetic isn't that bad, like with the character designs and stuff. But unfortunately, like the environment detail and design is incredibly shallow. It's very, very boring.